A report had it that Nigeria have commenced the production of petrol for the first time in the last 28 years. 750,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery, which of course is located in Lagos, has concluded test production of petroleum, and of course will begin sales. We have immediately. That immediately, some have said this week, before the weekend, we'll begin to see and begin to buy Dangote refined petrol product. But Abayomi, we've had this for so many times. For me, I'm not interested in this kind of stories again. I want to be able to drive in
and buy fuel at an affordable rate.
And they are telling me that it's Dangote fuel that I'm buying.
You see, when we were younger, there was one piece of music that said, na 1990, they go give us water for third world countries. The same 1990, they will give us electricity. The same 1990, they will give us water, light, food, house. They will give us water, they will give us electricity, and they will give us houses to live. Housing for all by year 1990. From 1990 to now, I believe it's 34 years. There is still a housing deficit in this country of at least 28 million naira. No, 28 million people, I beg your pardon. Now, this narrative of Dangote, remember how Buhari told us he went to go and commission something that was not yet producing? Then this current president has been there now for another 15 months or thereabouts. And they said they will open Port Harcourt refinery, the government one. But one man called Ogedengbe, who has been the MD of both Kaduna and Port Harcourt refineries in the past, said it is not possible. He said it categorically. Unfortunately, Ogedengbe has been proved right. In the case of Dangote, first of all, I want to commend the gentleman's initiative, because that his single refinery is one of the largest in the world, and it has the capacity to produce 665,000 barrels. I think, is it barrels or liters? Barrels per day. Now, the existing 4 government-owned refineries, all the 4 of them put together, can only produce 445,000 barrels in a day. And they have not been working for the last 28 years. And they have full staff complements that are being paid. Meanwhile, when NNPC went commercial...
You didn't say that lots of money have also been plowed into it to ensure that they get working.
To do the turnaround maintenance. You see, that monster called corruption is the greatest single affliction of this country. It is that same monster called corruption that drove away the subsidy regime. I'm sure Nigerians will recollect that the whole idea of the subsidy was that government cannot go to the road and start dashing people money. And the experience of the European countries has shown that the dole, that is welfare payment to the unemployed, does not always work. It is prone to fraud. But you see, in Nigeria, fraud has been elevated to an act that people who do not supply anything are paid for what they didn't supply. Remember Farouk Lawan, a former representative, is in jail now in the outcome of subsidy investigations. Because instead of him to do the thing diligently, he went and collected bribe and put the money inside his cap. And before you know it, he has been convicted. The fuel situation now is such that Dangote alone has more capacity than all the 4 government-owned refineries. Now, the subsidy regime was designed to make sure that every Nigerian benefits from the natural endowment, the God-given natural endowment of the country. But because of the level of abuse, the regime had to go. But you see, because the government unfortunately is not looking at investment, because the priority revenue generation strategy of this administration appears to be taxation rather than investment. This is just a fact. Look, a simple thing, Jide. Government said we'll move away from petrol to compressed natural gas. And Nigeria is one of the, in fact, somebody said that Nigeria is a pond of crude oil sitting on an ocean of gas.
Pond?
Yes, of crude oil sitting on an ocean of gas.
So we have gas in abundance.
In abundance.
If we think we have petrol.
Now, as we have been made to understand by experts in the field, petrol refining or petroleum, the refining industry is a very mature technology. So, yet, in 15 months, the federal government has not been able to provide compressed natural gas vehicles for Nigerians. All we will do.
No, the president commissioned some buses sometime last week in Abuja.
Last week, 15 months after.
The buses are here.
Where are they? Where?
They are in Abuja.
Am I in Abuja?
It will get to you.
Abuja is, at best, 2 million people out of 200 million Nigerians. Huh? In Kwara State.
One step at a time.
But how long will the step take now? That is the issue. Look, today, in many states in the Federation now, civil servants go to work for 3 days. That is, they are working for less than 50% of the working day. Or of a week.
More than 50%.
Jide?
3 days is more than 50%.
Okay, me as far as I'm concerned, you know, in this media business, every day is a working day.
That's for you.
Well, a society that wants to be productive, industry, where we hear of industry in other parts of the world, there's nothing like weekend. Work is 24 hours, 7 days a week.
The industries are working weekend.
So now, the civil servant that will now supervise the industry is now not working.
What are you supervising? You provide them the conducive atmosphere, the template they need.
No.
And
for instance now, health, safety and environment of all industries are the purview of one civil servant or the other.
So you get to the you get to the hospital weekend. Are you saying you won't find people to attend to you?
No, what I am saying is that the health of an industry,
yes,
the safety of the workers of an industry,
yes,
and the environment of the industry where they exist is under the purview of civil servants.
Yes.
And these civil servants are working for 3 days a week.
They don't have to be there. It's about the system. Do we have a system that is working?
The system is working, Jide. This is not to satisfaction. No, let's look at it. Not satisfactorily, but it is working. You know. However, the petroleum system is not working.
Okay.
It's not working.
Okay, I hear you.
And I'm really concerned about how long it is going to take for that system to work, because that is the system that provides about 90%.
That's the mainstay of our economy.
Exactly. So, I mean, of 90% of Nigeria's foreign exchange.
And it has continued to dictate the pace in our economy.
Yes. Now, Jide, we are talking of a situation whereby you have to come, say maybe from Odota to Akpata Yakuba. Your transport costs is a minimum of 1/6.
Why are you using Odota? Use Worsens.
Okay, from Worsens
you are
to this place.
Empirically.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Not Odota.
Okay,
that
fine.
I'm guessing.
From Worsens to this place now, on the average, it will. If I want to Tirogo, I want to start pricing, it will cost me 1,600. But if I just stop the keke and enter, tricycle, it will cost me 1,800 naira. Go come. By the time I say I want to drink pure water on the road, or buy granite, or buy biscuit for my children when going home, that's 2,000 naira. If I come to work for 5 days a week, that is 10,000 naira. 4 weeks in a month.
You are a senior staff.
That is 40,000. How much is the senior staff? No, it's not up to 200,000. And government give us permission to have at least 4 children. Me, I have 5.
Government give you permission.
You know, the official definition. The official definition of a family in Nigeria is man, wife, and 4 children. So, and me now, I've exceeded by 1.
So it's the government that gave you permission.
They gave permission. No, we have to be realistic. In some countries, you have to take permission.
You're on your own.
No.
You are on your own. No. No misinform people there.
That what?
The government has given them permission to go and have 4 children.
If anything, I try. Most of our people are disobedient in that regard. I don't have the figures now, but it would be interesting to know that the average number of children we have in this country. But it's
good we can laugh over this situation.
No, you see, Jideo, if we don't, in this era of slump and die, you just have to learn to take some of it, make yourself happy. You understand? I know a number of people that have changed their footwear. You know, unlike you now that you are still wearing leather soles and leather uppers. Some of us have changed to the whole, to everything rubber and sneakers.
You have also not
even
said,
the vice president of Nigeria.
You have also not said for how long that I've been wearing this particular shoe.
Okay, you wore it today. You didn't wear it yesterday. Is that what you want me to say?